Who do you think you stand with in place of society? What do you think you're contributing to this world? Do you think you're a person who lights up the world and everything in it? Or do you do whatever you want, no matter what the consequences are or could be? You see, so many people do whatever they want with no consideration whatsoever about what they can cause and how they can harm other people. We are killing our own future generations, our own flesh and blood, our own children, our grandchildren, and giving no thought to how we would leave the world for them, or if there'll even be any world left for them. The future becomes the present becomes the past, and the past will turn into an everlasting regret if we don't do something about it. What are we going to do now? Which one of you here today is going to invent the world's very first composable, reusable container, which won't harm the environment, but benefit it? Who among you is going to refuse a straw or ask for your coffee to be put into your own cup? Which teacher is going to realize that we don't need their laminated papers to last longer than they will? Small things that seem normal to us, such as using cars, kitchen stoves, and other household appliances, are ruining our environment. As the population continues to grow, so does the amount of plastic people produce. Day-to-day lifestyles require easily disposable products, such as soda cans or plastic water bottles. But the gathering of these products has led to increasing amounts of plastic pollution around the entire world. Plastic has a potential to cause great harm, and it already has. We only need to break small barriers to save the world from us and for the future. We need to do as said: reduce, reuse, and recycle. It's easy to reduce the amount of plastic you use. Just pay the small price of carrying around your own environmentally friendly, usable container or cup instead of using unwanted amounts of plastic. Although people emphasize so much about recycling and being environment friendly, where are the facilities? Where will the waste end up? We feel so good about ourselves when we take the effort into putting something into the recycling bin, not knowing where it will go. How do we know that it won't just end up in a landfill or being dumped into the ocean? Even at our supposedly environmentally friendly school coffee shop, we sell juice in cups like this with straws. What's the point of a straw? Is it supposed to be fancy? And why can't we have juice in reusable cups, just like we do water? I used to live on the coast, and there used to be this absolutely vile smell while driving to the airport. My neighbor, who's a tour guide, used to tell his clients there was a cheese factory in the area because he was too embarrassed to admit there was a massive landfill full of the city's revolting rubbish. Well, he can't do that now because you can see the mountains of rubbish just piled up next to the road. Just a few weeks ago, I saw them clearing it up. Trucks full of rubbish, tractors hard at work. But what are they going to do with it? Where is it going to go? Are they going to dump it into the ocean, burn it, or even just put it into another landfill? According to Conserve Energy Future, plastic is everywhere, even in those items you may not expect it to be in. Milk cartons are lined with plastic, and plastic water bottles are handed out everywhere. Some products may even contain tiny plastic beads in them. Every time one of these items get thrown away or washed down the sink, the toxic pollutants have an even better chance of entering the environment and doing much harm. Fishing is an economic necessity for many parts of the world, and many people eat fish for their daily survival. However, this industry has helped contribute to the problem of plastic pollution in the oceans in several ways. The nets used for certain trolling operations are usually made of plastic. They'll spend long hours submerged underwater, leaking toxins at will. They also often get broken up or lost, left wherever they fall. There's an island called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch floating in the middle of the North Pacific Ocean. According to Garbage Patch Facts, there's around 250 billion pieces used to form it, and it's equal to around 500 tons of trash. If we don't do something about our extensive consumption of plastic, it'll keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, or other islands will form just like it. The US has banned soaps and other cosmetic products containing microbeads. Don't you wonder why? It's because when they wash off, tiny pieces of plastic get washed up into the ocean, lakes, and rivers, causing severe damage and destruction. Australia has taken 2 steps ahead and has already started experimenting and testing a mesh drainage system to keep out plastics and other pollutants from the ocean. What do you think about it? Do you think it's a great idea and we'll benefit from it? Or do you think it's a waste of time and effort and we'll gain nothing out of it? I, personally, think that it's a great idea and potentially we could benefit from it, and it could be the solution to how we are going to control our plastic pollution. Project Natic is a data center on the seafloor near Scotland's Orkney Islands. It's an environmentally friendly structure which allows its servers to be cooled by the natural temperatures of the water instead of using extensive consumption of electricity to power ACs on land. Why can't we think smart like Microsoft and use what we already have to help? Because of our mistakes, future generations are going to have to pay the price. You may think there's no turning back now, we can't change the world, what's done is done. But you're wrong. We can change the world and we can make it better. All we need to do is break the barrier between the present, tomorrow, and the future. We need to start thinking about conserving our Earth and regaining its natural beauty that we have obviously lost. Thank you.